Hi guys, this is Tony Lara, the Bachata Whisperer, and this is my beautiful and amazing partner, Tiffany Wilson.
Hi everyone.
Now, we're really happy to be part of this amazing initiative for George Elizondo and the Dallas Bachata Festival. We're coming all the way from Brisbane, Australia, and as you can see, it's a beautiful day in our beautiful outdoor studio here. And today we're just going to teach you some fun stuff for the social dance floor. I'm going to be doing the fun stuff, and Tiffany, ladies, she's going to give you some awesome styling tips. If you want to know more about us and what we do here in Australia, we have an amazing dance festival. We'll add some details at the end of the video, but for now, let's teach you some cool, fun and stylish stuff. You ready, Tiffany?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Hi guys, so now we're going to show you magical disappearing hands, okay? Now this is a move that I like to do when I'm dancing with a woman for the first time, or I want to make my friends or partners have a little bit of fun on the dance floor. Now it's a bit of a cheeky move. Some of the ladies are gonna think you're being cheeky, but go for it. It's a good icebreaker and a good way to have a bit of fun on the dance floor. Now we're gonna show it from this angle, and then we're gonna break it down in different angles. So let's just give me a basic step. I'm just gonna go through it quickly and then we'll break it down. We're gonna go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, step away from our ladies, 5, 6, 7, 8, going to the bicycle grip. From here, we're gonna do a crossover. We're gonna turn her, 5, 6, 7, catch her, do a basic, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, give her a turn, 1, 2, 3, magical hands, 5, 6 and 7. All right, so I made them disappear, then I'm gonna turn, 1, 2, 3, come up, and then a little body roll from here, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. Okay guys, now I'm going to show you the routine with my back towards you. I'm going to teach you the men's style of it, and then afterwards, ladies, Tiffany will give you some tips. Let's begin. So guys, just give us a basic step. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm just going to lead my lady off me, and I'm going to step back, 5, 6, 7. Now this is called the bicycle grip. As you can see guys, I'm offering my thumb. Ladies,
I'm just going to grab onto his thumbs.
okay, and then I'm going to wrap my hands over, okay, keeping the ladies wrist up like this. Okay guys, it's called the bicycle grip. Keep your elbows up. Good way of leading. All right, now we're going to lead her into the crossover step. Now the crossover step can be done in different ways, but the way I teach it is you step on one, boom, and you lift up your heel of your right leg. Okay, so that's one. On two, I'm going to twist my body, and as I twist, I'm going to drop that heel and pick up the other heel. Boom. Okay, as you can see, I'm using my heels to create the movement as well, and my upper body. I'm going to step on 3, 3. Now on 5, my right hand is going to flick the lady's hand up in the air, prepare for a turn, and watch my footwork. I'm going to step on here, 5, catch with my right hand her waist. This leg that's popped out is going to come in, 6, prepare to turn, and ladies, you're going to turn on 7, 7. Guys, you're going to catch her because she might be a little bit off balance. Make sure you're firm, you catch her, tap on 8. Instead of the ladies thinking they're going this way, we're going to lead them back on the 1 this way. 1, 2, 3, tap. Okay, so let me do that one more time. So from the bicycle grip, we're going to go here, 1, 2, 3, flick it, 5, 6, 7, catch. So you saw the footwork there guys, and then lead her, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now here we're going to open up. All right, and we're going to do a little bit of a funky footwork. I'll just break down the footwork for you. The arms basically going to go like this, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the footwork from here, we're going to go tap, and we're going to slide out. We're going to go 5 and 6, okay? We're going to change legs, 7, so that's and 7, and then just come up, 8, all right? So we're trying to pull it all together. You got to practice this, okay? I can do it without Tiffany doing it. She might just do it basic, or she can do it without me doing it. But sometimes it's nice when we do it together in sync, okay? So we're here, 4 and 5 and 6, 7, 8. Okay, so you saw I brought the arm up on 8. All right, so from here, I'm going to give her a turn, and as she's turning, I'm going to turn my body to the side. 1, 2, 3. So I'm bringing my hand quite low to near my body and keeping my elbow up. I'm going to trick her by bringing the hand through. Let me just turn this way. She can't catch it. just move it before she catches it, and then she can catch it, okay? So you have to time it so she moves, and do it really quick. So you're here, miss, miss, catch. All right, now when we're here, I'll just go a bit this side again. Come around that way, Tiff. I'm gonna turn on 1, 2, 3. Just get my arms up here. 1, see I get my elbows up there. 2, now duck my head. 3, then come up, and I'm gonna do a body roll. 5, 6, and 7. So as I come up on 5, guys, you're just gonna go from here. 3, you're gonna go here, step forward. 5, bring your chest up. 6 and 7, and then you can sit on 7, and then either do a basic or any of your other moves that you want to attach to that. All right, so I'm going to show you one more time, guys, nice and slowly, and then Tiffany will break some stuff down for the ladies. So from the beginning, from the top, 1, 2, 3. This is COVID problems. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 5 and 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7, and 1, 2, 3. Okay.
All right, ladies, so we're gonna do your part now. So I'm just gonna turn around so you can follow me. All right, so just starting with a basic step, we go 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Now just quick technique tip. When the guy takes my hand out, I actually trace my hand down his arm, and then I grab onto his thumb. So doing that one more time with the basic, just practicing our tracing, we go 1, 2, 3, guy steps out, 5, trace down the arm. Here, what we do is when we step out and the guy is rotating us, it's my job as a follower to follow his chest, as you can see. Now here, just a little bit of styling. When I step out, what I want to do is I want to push my hip out to the side and then rotate it around. So here, push my hip out and rotate. Then I step back and then I tap on my 4. Here, when he flicks our arm out, you can either style up and you can look up to the sky, or you can just style out and grab, a lot of ladies call it grabbing the doorknob, or just grabbing something, grabbing the air. Here, he rotates me, and my hip goes out on my right, and my arm goes in. Here, I'm going to turn on my left, and I stop. Now, ladies, to stop this spin, what I do is I bend my knee slightly, and I also use my right foot to anchor me down. Basic. 3. Now here, ladies, what I like to do is the exact same step that the man is doing. So I'm going to go 5 and 6. Now it's very important that my 5 and is very close to my foot. So when I do my 6, it's nice and flared out. Then 7 and 7, back on 8. Doing that again. We go 5 and 6 and 7, up 8. Now ladies, if you want to make this a little bit more advanced, what you can do is a little gazelle kick. So we can go 5 and 6 and 7, 8. Now we're just going to do a little turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now ladies, just to add a little styling, what you can do is I'm using my upper arm to bring it out and around. Now here I'm going to try off of my hand. I find it again. I get a little bit annoyed. And then I finally take it down. So our first one is usually quite nice. When we're offering our hands, ladies, I really want to think about bending my elbow, bending my wrist, and then offering my fingertips. Here, you might end up being a little bit annoyed, so you just kind of slap it down if you want. Here, I'm just doing a basic, but I'm just exaggerating my hips. And what I like to do is I actually trace on his back a little triangle, up, 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 up. So it creates a nice little rabbit hole for him to stick his head up and say hello. Boop. And then basic.
Okay, cool.
So just from the top, practicing everything. So we're gonna go from our tracing, 1, 2, 3, trace down, 5, 6, 7, hips, 1, 2, 3, tap style out, 6, turn, and 1, 2, 3, 5 and 6, 7, 8, turn out, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7.
1. Cool.
So ladies, that little sound effect I just made, that's probably what's gonna be going through your head when he's doing all these things, because you really, as followers, we wanna be there and we wanna be precise, but the men like to trick us.
All right, guys, and make sure you trick them out at the end when we're doing that little body roll. I like to always add in a little woohoo, so woo! All right, so make it fun. This is just a little bit of a fun move. Make it fun, practice the technical stuff as well, and that's all good, yeah, Tiff? All right, so that was routine number 1, disappearing magical hands. Magic. Okay guys, so this is routine number 2, and it's one that I love teaching. It's called the octopus. Before we do the octopus, I'm going to show you another little move called the helicopter, and then we're going to just combine them up and have a little bit of fun. Now, the octopus, guys, is going to drive some of you absolutely crazy. I've taught it everywhere, and as you can see, Tiff is laughing. It does drive the guys crazy, which is part of the fun, all right? So let me break. I'm just going to show you it sideways, and afterwards we're going to break it down from different angles. Okay, so we're going to start from the bicycle grip. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to give it a turn. This is called the helicopter. Woo-wee! Bum, bum, bum. 1, 2, 3. Turn, 6, 7. Octopus here. 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3. Turn her in, catch her, and then sit and up. Okay, cool. All right, let's show you it from a different angle. Okay guys, now I'm going to show you it with my back towards me and break it down a bit better for you, all right? So let's begin the helicopter grip. As we do 1, 2, 3, my grip is going to change. So this hand's actually going to come underneath, all right? And this is the hand that we're going to lead with. So we're going to go here, 1, 2, 3. And also my left grip has changed from the bicycle to 2-finger grip under here, okay? So this is a grip. Now we're gonna lead with this hand. Keep this hand up, and this one's gonna go up and over. And as you can see, I'm wrapping around her elbow. So I've got quite good control of her arm here, okay? My fingers are gonna tuck under, and I'm gonna try and bring my elbow towards Tiff's elbow. So as you can see, we're in this thing here, and this hand then can move around. If you don't get that and you're like that, you see the arm can't move, and I've seen this happen a lot, okay? So to get away from that, get your elbow there, you see a little clamp around here, and then we can just flap our arm around that. All right, so let's try this again. So from here, 1, 2, 3, we turn her, 5, 6, 7. Now, I'm gonna change my hand. So as you saw from here, with my thumb, I'm gonna go to her wrist, and I'm gonna circle. Make sure you do this properly, because if you don't do it properly, the woman's arm doesn't work very well, okay? So circle, and flick. As I flick, Tiff will give you tips in a minute, ladies. I'm gonna flick, and then I'm gonna take my left hand, pull it over my head, and then catch it here. Okay, we don't actually have to let go of this hand, we can hold on to it. So let me do it one more time. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Boom. Okay, now I can do a couple of things here. I've actually prepped her for a turn, so let's give her a turn. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then I'll prep her for another turn, and we'll do the octopus from here. So we're going to turn her again. 5, 6, 7. Now, gonna catch the hand underneath. So we've got the other hand, and then we're gonna turn it again, and this is how we prep for the octopus. Now, some of you have done Cuban salsa, and this kind of looks like a Cuban move, but it's gonna confuse you because it's not actually the same side. So we're gonna go here, we're gonna turn her. 1, 2, 3. Now the skill is this, getting your left hand onto her shoulder, and as you see, I'm turning my body slightly to the side. Now this hand that I've got, my right hand here, is going to go over my head. 4. Now we start the process of going over her head, in the middle, over my head, up, and then we let it go. Let it go, and then we open out, and then we turn. All right, so let me show you that again. So let's go from here, the hands up, your right hand up, left hand underneath. We give it a turn. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we go here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In the air, let it go, and do this is called a cadenza step, where you go forward, 1, 2, and backwards on 3. Okay, so we go forward and back on 3. It's kind of a salsa step, but it's not quite. And then we turn it here, 5, 6, and catch her. Okay, so I'm gonna show you that again. Let me show you it from this angle, yeah, guys. So we're here, my right hand up, left hand down. As she turns, 1, 2, 3 over my head. 4, and then we go 5, 6, 7, 8. Over, do the cadenza step. 1, 2, 3, and then we turn her. 5, 6, 7. All I'm doing is catching her, and as you can see, I turn her with my left hand. I turn her slightly to the side, and then she's able to sit down and then come back up, and we can do head rows and all sorts of things from there. But we're just teaching you the octopus. Now I'm going to do it all again, all together. Okay, from the helicopter. So from here. 1, 2, prepare the helicopter, up and over, helicopter flick over your head, catch her hand, give her a turn, catch the hand, octopus, boom, bam, 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 up, 1, 2, open, turn and prepper, sit and up. Okay, cool. All right, guys. Any questions, don't worry, you can find me and we'll work this out. Let's take a break here, and then let's let the ladies try some stuff out. Boom.
All right, ladies, so now we're gonna do your section. So I'm just gonna start with facing the back so you can see my footwork. All right, so we're starting 1, 2, 3, and we prep for our turn. So ladies, it's very important for us to prep with our frame and our chest. So what I'm actually doing is I'm not facing my partner, I'm actually rotating my chest out. So it's here, and then I turn 5, 6, 7, 8. Now here, if the guy has his arm a little bit too far down your forearm, just kind of slide it up there so it's past your elbow. So once you're past, his hand is past your elbow, you're gonna have the free range for him to lead you. Me. Then we style up. Now, ladies, when I style up, I actually like to look at my hands, and I like to display my fingers like I just got a fresh new manicure. So here we style up, and then I just like to break my elbow and take it down the nape of my neck, like this, like so. Now just starting from the top again, so we go 1, 2, 3, wind up, turn 5, 6, 7, loose arm, 1, 2, 3, style up, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now ladies, what I just did with my footwork, I just did a 5, 6, 7, 8. Starting from the top again, 1, 2, 3, wind up, 5, 6, 7, loose arm, 1, 2, 3, style up, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now here, ladies, either you can take it down, you can take it down and style out again to make contact with him. Otherwise, we're just going to do a simple turn, boom, 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 ta. Once again, I'm trying to make contact with my partner, and then he turns me again, 5. And then one more turn. Now ladies, now we're going to do the octopus. So now for us ladies, it's very, very important that we don't try to do this.
Okay.
Otherwise it's going to become a nightmare for the men.
Yeah, we're the leaders. Yeah.
So it's very important that we keep our arms very loose and we're very, very relaxed. And what I actually do is I like to keep my elbow relaxed. So I'm not trying to straighten it out. It's very relaxed, and I allow him to place where he wants to go. Beep, and out, boom. Now ladies, when he's doing the octopus, it is very important to, again, follow his chest and follow his frame. So when Tony is turning me here, I'm not straight on. So this is going to make it very difficult for the leaders. I turn out my body so it's mirroring the guy. Boom, 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 ba. And then down. And then just a damsel in distress styling. Here we're just going to do a simple turn. Rotate. And we're just going to sit down. And then back up.
Yep. Cool. All right, ladies. All right, guys, so that's the routine number 2. We're going to do both of them to music, and then we'll talk after.
Saber que no lograste matarme como tú lo planeaste. Si me vieras, fingirías tu sonrisa mientras por dentro te mueres de envidia. Ver cómo otra me acaricia. Verme que he salido ileso de tu amor, salvé mi corazón. Si tú supieras que no tengo ni una ojera, que contigo el insomnio se marchó. Ahora duermo mejor, ya no hay manera que tus llantos me den pena. Ahora hago lo que quiera sin tener que darte explicación. Si supieras que yo río aunque te duela, verme que he salido ileso de tu amor, salvé mi corazón. Y tú loca porque yo me muera por ti. Chill. Royce Swag.
Okay, everyone, I hope you enjoyed the 2 little routines that we showed you. We had a bit of fun, didn't we, Tiff? We haven't danced in quite a while as well because of COVID. So, guys, keep supporting the Dallas Bachata Festival. It's George does an amazing job there in America. If you do want to catch us, you can catch me on Facebook, Tony Bachata Lara or Tiffany Wilson. We'll leave our links around the video somewhere. Also, I do an amazing festival in Sydney with a partner called Mitch Village. And it's a sensual bachata festival called Bailando Sensual. It's in February in general, so keep an eye out for that. Again, I'll leave a link here for you guys, and hopefully maybe we'll catch you at the Dallas Bachata Festival live one of these days and we can dance and have a great time. But for now, from me and Tiffany all the way from Australia, thank you guys, a massive hug, stay safe. And do you want to say anything, Tiff? No, okay. Tiffany's lost for words. Stay safe and much love. And George, great job, buddy. Keep it up. Boom.
Bye.
Dallas.
What's up, Dallas?
I'm Stevie.
I'm Sergio.
Of LFX Dancers.
Hey.
We're gonna show you New York City. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
I think they are.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Bye.
Si te quieres
quieres divertir con el canto y con primor, solo tienes que vivir un verano en Nueva York. Te levantan de rodillas tus amigos caprichosos, te llevan para las villas o a la montaña del oso, luego a la gira de un barco o a la playa de Ochiembrillo, la fiesta del mamoncillo o con la pompa en un charco. Si te quieres divertir con el canto y con primor, solo tienes que vivir un verano en Nueva York.
Hello, Dallas Bachata Festival 2020.
How you guys doing?
Welcome to the online edition. Here we are
Yeah.
in New York City.
We're actually underneath the World Trade Center, right?
Yes, we are.
Oh.
So shout out to everybody there on the online edition of the 2020 International Dallas Bachata Festival.
Yeah.
We are there with you.
Yeah. Thank you, Jorge, for giving us the opportunity.
All right, get ready for some salsa on two. We'll see you on the dance floor.
Bye.
As we said, we are the directors of LFX Dancers, which is a New York City-based dance company. We've been around for almost 12 whole years now. We were the first official fusion Latin dance team in the city. And we do a bunch of different styles. So we have salsa, merengue, bachata, we've done bongo,
break dance,
everything, really.
anything that moves.
So we're gonna teach you a little bit today about salsa, but our focus is gonna be on connection.
Yes, very important. We know that because of everything that is happening around the world, you might not be able to have a dance partner, but that doesn't mean you cannot start dancing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some shines, connection with your partner. So we know usually this might help you when you're actually dancing with a partner, and then you let go, and then it's time for you to do that shining part. So
But that's not an excuse to stop connecting.
Yes.
So
You can make it fun. You can still make it fun.
we're gonna have some fun today. We're gonna do connection separate, and hopefully if we have time, we'll get to a little bit of partner work and how connection comes into play there.
Yes.
So get
All right.
ready.
So we're gonna
Here we
play
go.
some music, and then here we go. Here we go.
Guanacunando nos vamos a fumar una huecunena, baraca ni guará. De la mocunona la nombre, para pocuneno, bacaca, cunano y estar en la onda de tapo, cunecán. Eso me dijo Mari una vez a mí, cuando yo era un cocorro con un cunoncho. Y yo le dije, dale para yo tomar. Cuando lo hice ese humo me cayó muy mal, me dio una tos, me dio un mareo. Me daba vuelta el mundo y náuseas por demás. Ganas de ir al baño para agacharme allá. Sudaba mucho, demasiado bastante. Y me cayó una risa que yo no podía aguantar. Me preguntaba, ¿qué era esto? Me contestaba, en la baraca niguara intenta dando a ti la pálida. Intenta dando a ti la pálida.
So that was a warm up, and now
Get your breath moving a little bit,
Yes.
and now we're gonna show you a little bit of the breakdown. So what we did are 4 typical shines movements, some inspired from Afro-Cuban, some that you'll typically see on a dance floor. And what you saw was really basic steps, but different variations of body, of arms, of feet, and certainly of interplay between the two of us. So we'll break down the actual feet so that you know what you're doing, and then we're gonna encourage you to play along with us.
all right,
First step,
so Suzuki.
basic Suzy Q. Most of you probably know what that is.
Just for reference, we're doing on 2. Okay, Salsa on 2.
All right, just a quick disclaimer. Steffi and I realized after the filming of this workshop that you cannot see our feet on the breakdowns. So what we end up doing during the editing of this workshop, we added a square either on this side or on this side, and inside that square you will see our feet moving. That way you don't miss anything from the breakdowns. Now let's get back at it.
Salsa onto our basic step, just to give the overview first, is if we start with the right foot, we're starting going forward. So we would go small step 1, break 2, back 3, then back step left, right, and back to center. So it's again 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. So that's your basic breakdown of beats. We're not going to go into that too much, just so you know the salsa onto pattern. For Susie Q's, we're coming out of that basic. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So we would cross ourselves to the right. So we go across, we unwind it a little bit, and then we cross again. Then you have to pivot. Boop, and then you cross yourself, you unwind it, and you cross. Pivot, cross, unwind, cross, pivot, cross, unwind, cross, and pivot. That's the basic of the feet. Let's turn around and give you another view. A little bit faster. So we'll do one basic on 2, and then we'll do our Susie Q's 4 times. So 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, pivot. 5, 6, 7, pivot. 1, 2, 3, pivot. 5, 6, and 7.
Quick tip, always pick up your feet, especially on that switch. So we're going 1, 2, 3, pick this up, and then 5, 6, 7, pivot, and pick it up.
You always want to articulate your feet as much as possible, because the second you start leaving them down here, it becomes very vague and it doesn't look like you're doing much. So pick them up. So let's do it with a little more speed, and then we'll show you a few variations that you can do with the body, with the feet, different ways to play with it. So a little more speed. Again, one basic for Susie Q's. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7.
So the next step is the tap, 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 tap. Very easy, and if it's a very easy move, then you have the opportunity to connect more with your partner and play with it more. Alright, so for this one, actually, I'm gonna have Steffi facing me, and all we're doing is just tap, tap in front, tap in front, tap in front. So if I'm doing the basic, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. I'm doing my and 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7, and 1, and 3, and 5, and 7, another one, 1, and 3, and 5, and 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3. So let me face it over here. One more time. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7, and 1, and 3, and 5, and 7, and 1, and 3, and 5, and 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. So there is an 8 at the end. That way you can place your weight on your leg and you can start on 1. Okay? Really quick in front, that way you all can see more or less what's going on. 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, 3, 5, and 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3.
Number 3, rumba. So a lot of salsa origin comes from Afro-Cuban traditions. So we're not even going to attempt to give you a full history and class of Afro-Cuban. We're just going to give you some basics to what that movement consists of, so you can start to investigate further in your own right, but it gives you something else to play with. So the key here is the bounce. Otherwise, it's not going to look like rumba no matter what you do. So the idea is you have to keep a bounce going with your knees on 1, 3, 5, 7. 1, 3, 5, 7. Just make sure it's not a pachanga bounce where your shoulders are headed backwards. Your shoulders stay forward the whole time. So this is the key. If you can keep this up, you're going to get rumba.
Yes.
Okay, so now with that bounce, we're going to start footwork. I'm going to start with the right foot because it's my more comfortable foot. So we're going to step side and in, side and in, side and in, side and in. The basic idea here is that you're not actually stepping side and transferring weight. You're stepping side and leaving your weight kind of right in the center, so it's really easy to get back to the middle. Because if you push all the way here, it takes away from the overall bounce. So you need to put your foot out, you bounce in the middle, and you come back to center and bounce. You put your other foot out and bounce in between your legs, and then you come back to the center and bounce. So a little bit faster, that is bounce, 3, 5, 7. Bounce and bounce, bounce and bounce, bounce and bounce, bounce and bounce. So let's do it one more time from the front. Also to the right, we go 5, 6, 7, 8, bounce and bounce, 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 bounce. This is a really natural arm movement to just let the opposite arm of foot move forward.
Now, if your legs are hurting, that means that you're doing a good job, okay? Because you have to really use your legs to go down. Keep it down, down, stay down, down.
And I'm good.
Okay, cool. All right.
So, number 4.
Number 4. All right. For this one, we are gonna go back 5, 6, 7. So we're gonna go 5, 6, 7. First step with the right. You wanna step, step. Now you're going to bend your knees, going down. That's 2. And then from here, you're going to use your hips, and they're gonna flip this way like this. 3. Sorry. Not completely yet. All you have to do is you're gonna go bring them up here, right? Kind of like you're trying to like, boom, bring that knee to the side. So I'm going here and boom. The count will be 1, 2, 3. One more time will be 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more time. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Anything more? I'm gonna do in front of you. That way you know more or less what's going on in the front. So I'm gonna go back 5, 6, 7, and 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. And bring that up, like bring it as much as you can. Sometimes I get
Try
lazy.
to get a 90-degree angle at least.
Sometimes I get lazy and I go like this, because that's how I remind myself. Bring that up.
There is another variation of this,
Yes.
just to mention that if you really like the look of it just staying stationary, you can keep going and just put your foot down 5, 6, 7. Do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Just so you see that one. So in terms of my ConneXion training, I was brought up in dance in the ballroom world, so I have a lot of kind of nuanced things that some I've pushed to the side and others are actually very beneficial to salsa, bachata, and all these things as well. So we've got kind of 4 main tenets here that we'll breeze over because this is a short workshop.
Yes.
But the first thing is body language. So the way that you're even postured towards someone is a method of communication. If I'm slumped into myself, that says a totally different thing than if I'm presenting myself like, hi, wanna dance?
Yes, let's do this. Come on.
It's really excited, but you can just tell from my posture. It makes a big difference. So number 2 is eye connection.
Yeah.
So it's really easy to be like, I'm just gonna stare at this person's chest the whole time. But it doesn't make them feel very good about themselves. So, well, unless they really like your chest. But
Gentlemen, you gotta be careful because if you do that kind of stuff to a lady, that's a different thing. Okay? Always keep that eye contact. Because remember, you're doing ConneXion, you're dancing with somebody. You're not dancing by yourself. You're dancing with somebody.
be careful though, because I understand why some people do avoid eye connection is because it feels a little creepy. So guys, don't give her the creep stare, please.
Yes.
Just be friendly, genial, happy person, and she will respond accordingly.
The basic thing is that imagine you let go of your partner and you want to have some connection with your partner. How do you start this? Very easy. I usually wait for the person that I'm dancing with to do something that I will copy. And letting that partner that, I'm copying you, that means that there's some kind of connection right here. And I'm following, and then maybe after that, the communication is like, oh, you do this, then I can do this. So a quick demonstration. So I'm just gonna do the basic, and I'm gonna try to connect with Steph as much as I can.
So you saw how much just happened?
Yes.
2 shine steps. So that was your step tap, and that was your Suzy Q's. And we can do this opposite ways too if we really feel like it. And I can make a clap if I want.
Yeah, she missed it.
Yeah.
Right?
So,
but this is what I mean. On your connection, this is what you have to do. Always connect with your partner. That's why I'm being goofy this time. Because it's always good to have that kind of connection to make it fun for you. One thing that Stephanie and I always do is like, no matter how much, like, what step you're doing, try to add something that is to your style. So
even if it doesn't necessarily turn out the way you think it is the first time, just try something.
Just try something. So for example, right now, what I did on the taps, I'll just put my hand here, boom, boom.
You can point, you can hit.
You can be like, me,
You can do hips.
You can do it now.
You can do forward. This is our different body posture. And back. And shimmy, 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 shimmy.
You can do that. Or you can try to shake your butt as much as you can actually go. Look, even, I'm trying to connect with it as much as I can.
So you see the possibilities are endless.
Yes.
Para Pocuneno, Bacaca, Cunano y estar en la onda de Tapo, Cunecán. Eso me dijo Mari una vez a mí cuando yo era un cocorro con un cunoncho y yo le dije dale para yo probar. Cuando lo hice ese humo me cayó muy mal, me dio una tos, me dio un mareo, me daba vuelta el mundo y náuseas por demás, ganas de ir al baño para agacharme allá, sudaba mucho, demasiado bastante y me cayó una risa que yo no podía aguantar. Me preguntaba qué era esto, me contestaba en la vara que mi guara intenta dando a ti la pálida.
So we've got body and posturing. We have eye connection. We also have arm connection. So arm and back are 2 separate things, and those are the last 2. For the arm, we have a lot of information that can be transferred along this arm. But a lot of times I see things kind of happen like this. This goes into partnering a bit more. But ladies will sometimes be really afraid of feeling too heavy on their gentleman or their leader. And so they'll lift their arm up like this, and there's this big old gap. So we lose a lot of potential for communication between the 2 of us. So it's always good to just give a gentle rest and connect as much as your arm as you can when you're in this type of close connection for sure.
And for the leads, remember, usually the basics also, you gotta keep your arm very engaged. Everything is engaged from my shoulders, even my shoulder blades, the muscles in the back are engaged. And of course, I will always try to put my hand on her shoulder blade. I know you've seen people doing the different parts. This one is mostly the standard one, and also it gives you a chance to lead better and tell your partner where the follow is gonna go. Okay.
So again, that's part 4. 3 is arm, 4 is back. So in terms of my arm, just one last note for followers is that you also don't want to be super heavy. So there's a fine line. You don't want to flop. Like just because you want to have your whole arm touching, you don't want to be extra heavy on him. There's still structure to your arm. It's just that you're not letting the connection get interrupted is the main key there. In terms of your back, especially as a follower, it's hard to demonstrate from this not being in person. But if I'm too far forward, he has no resistance right now, and he can't tell where I am or how he can lead me. But if I think about filling out the hand that's on my shoulder blade, and I pull back from my belly button, not so much as to lean into it, but just enough to put a slight pressure, it gives your leader so much more information about where you're at and what that leader can do next.
For the lead, I always tell them, I'm just gonna say it again, keep that shoulder and then shoulder blade engaged, because when your follow is gonna be engaged as well, you're gonna feel that tension. You need that tension to do your typical crossbody leads right here. Boom. So you can know more or less where she's at. So keep it always engaged, because at the moment the follow starts engaging and you're not ready, then
she's gonna pull you.
She's gonna pull you, and then you could even see even my shoulder like this. So
it has to be equal and opposite, otherwise it doesn't work. So both parties have to be doing the same amount of pressure, and that will vary from person to person. So you have to be able to also respond depending on who your lead or follow is. You will have to change it slightly.
Yes. Alright, so we do the close.
Yeah, so we'll do a quick exercise here that is going to test those connection skills. So now that you've set up, for those of you who have a partner, this nice arm connection and back connection, the followers are now going to close their eyes, and the leaders are going to put you through a short segment of whatever they feel like.
To make it very easy, we're just gonna do a basic, a cross-body lead, and then we bring back our follower onto the original position. So it's gonna go like this: 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7. Five, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7. Most of the common mistakes that you might feel is there's no engagement of the partner. The follow as a lead, the follow might feel very heavy. The follow might anticipate the moves and then just go. Right.
There are more than a few problems with that, but as a follower, it comes with the name. You have to wait. You're following the lead. It doesn't mean that you're less important. In fact, you're equally important to the equation. However, if you do not wait for the lead, then you have become the leader. And then what's the leader to do? It makes it a really weird situation. So,
also for the lead, also at the same time, when you're a lead, you have to take your job as a lead very seriously. Meaning, as she said, the follower have to let go. The lead is in charge. So you're in charge of somebody that is letting go. You're in charge to make sure this person is safe in the dance floor. And also, the follower usually do a lot of spins. So your job as the lead is to lead the spins and also keep the timing. Make sure you're the one keeping that pace that the follow can follow, meaning the follow can dance without worry about anything like hitting somebody, falling on the floor, or even losing the time, because follows, if you're a follow, you know that you're doing a lot of stuff with your body, spinning, doing changes of your feet. And for the lead, you have to make sure everything is okay from one way to another.
the more trust you can build and the more interdependency you create in a way that both of you trust one another, the more creativity can come out of it.
Yes.
So
Now we're gonna apply a little bit of that connection. So leads, get ready. Of course, your posture, remember what I was saying. Your hand on the shoulder blade, engage your arm, and then you're here.
followers, make sure that you've got a connection almost fully through that arm without any major gaps. Not too heavy though, and let your belly button pull you back into the leader's hand just slightly so he can feel where you're at.
Yes. All right. Leads, one of your main jobs, and this is very, I always say that a lot. Wherever you go, you have to go where you're going, because the follow is going to be doing so much stuff that sometimes the follow cannot see where exactly you are going. Okay. So, like I said, you have to take your role seriously. So, if I'm going to go cross by the lead, whenever I go, I have to look first and see if it's safe, so where we can set the follow. If it's not safe, I can stop. That's when we can use the other hand. But let me just do a quick demonstration. What I'm doing when I'm doing my cross body, I always look where I'm going. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. I look that way. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. I usually, when I have this hand with me, and if I see that if I see it's very crowded, so I prefer to have the hand right here. Why? Because this hand will stop if something happens. So imagine something's happened, a couple is dancing right here, so I have this hand to stop. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and go, whoa, 5, 6, 7, and let me straight this way, 5, 6, 7. So somebody is behind me, 5, 6, 7, 1, whoa, 5, 6, 7, 1, oh. That's where you're supposed to go. 2, 3, 5. Whenever you go, even if you're gonna turn, you always look where you're going. 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
So equally important is the follow taking that lead, which means that that back connection we just worked on here in a closed position, this is easier to maintain because it's pretty static. Even though it opens in that crossbody, it does come back closed. We have to give that same kind of connection in the other hand. So if I am just engaged with the hand, there's a push sometimes, and there's going to be a pull sometimes. But there always has to be some kind of information flowing through this hand as well. And it comes, as you can see, we're tilting slightly back and front, but it's coming from the center. We're not just flopping. It's coming from the middle of your weight. It's not taking you off your feet, but it's just enough push and pull to keep the information flowing between your hands. So that happens when it's two hands, when it's one hand, and then same thing happening here where it's a little more compact.
Hi everyone, I'm Jose Hernandez. Most of you know me by Fluffy in the dance community. I'm here to personally invite you to the 2020 International Dallas Bachata Festival, taking place October 22nd through 25th. Now we all know that Bachata George always throws an amazing event, and this year will be no different. However, with COVID-19 causing havoc around the world, this year's festival will be taking place entirely online using the YouTube platform, and will be 100% free. Now we need you to go to youtube.com/Dallas Bachata Festival and click the red subscribe button. Then look at the video section and set reminders on content premiering soon that is of interest to you. And don't forget, hit the bell notification near the subscribe button so you are notified of future published content on the Dallas Bachata Festival YouTube channel. For more event information, including the full schedule, visit www.dallasbachatafestival.com. With much love, stay safe, Fluffy out.